ladies and gentlemen. Welcome one, welcome all to another jam-packed edition of Silver Screen. I'm your host, Robert Haynes, and with me, as always, is the lovely...
Rafi. I thought I was the lovely one.
He's stealing your thunder, Rafi.
Oh,
He's stealing your thunder.
Vanity and sanity. Can I be lovely? I'm Arofiwa. First up, some international movie and box office news. Paul Greengrass will next direct a movie he has also written about the Norwegian terrorist who murdered 77 people in 2011. And this is in the country's deadliest attack since World War II. So Netflix has again won the right to make this film in heavy competition. And it's another high-profile acquisition for the streaming company.
The Hollywood studios scored a piracy victory in China on Monday when the Shenzhen Nanshan District People's Court found Zunlei Networking Technologies Company, which is a large online content and service provider, liable for copyright infringement. The decision stems from civil actions launched back in 2015 by the MPAA, which is the Motion Picture Association of America. Zunlei was judged to have infringed copyright by providing some 28 studio titles to the public on 2 of its websites without authorization or obtaining copyright.
The Shenzhen court awarded damages and legal costs to the studios totaling just over $234,000. While it's not a lot of money, it does not bode well for the future of copyright infringers in China, which is often regarded as the world's piracy capital. Earlier this year, the Wall Street Journal reported that about 87,000 copyright-related cases were filed in 2016.
One film that I'm really looking forward to is the reincarnation of Stephen King's It, a remake of the 1990 TV miniseries. This is the over 2-hour theatrical remake which hits cinemas on September the 15th.
When you're a kid, you think the universe revolves around you. You think that you'll always be protected and cared for. Then, one day, you realize that's not true. Because when you're alone as a kid, the monsters see you as weaker. You don't even know they're getting closer. Till it's too late. Here, take it.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed. That all the bad things that happen in this town are because of one thing. An evil thing.
Bill, if you will come with me, you'll float too.
George. I saw something.
The clown. Yeah, I saw him too. You'll float too.
What happens when another Georgie goes missing? Or one of us?
You'll float too.
Are you just gonna pretend it isn't happening like everyone else in this town? If we stick together, we'll win.
Rafi, I can see you getting excited about that already.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the original?
I did. I really, really did. And I'm really excited to see what this one's going to look like.
You haven't seen the trailer yet?
No, I
Well, we're going to
haven't.
play the trailer in the show, so you have to watch the show to see the trailer, but it is awesome. I watched the trailer and
So
it looks
did it give you
super,
goosebumps?
super
Oh
creepy.
man, you just warmed my heart.
The
Yeah.
buzz is big around this one, and if the trailer, as I said, is anything to go by, it does look pretty darn scary. I personally fondly remember the Tim Curry original. Remember when Tim Curry played Pennywise the Clown, and what an awesome performance he gave as that. Now, what else? Okay, let me do a quick trivia test quickly. Kier will get this, so he's excluded. If you don't know the answer, I'll ask him. What was Tim Curry's most famous role over the years that he ever played? And it was from a film in 1975.
Already the year just like...
No, come on, think about it. She's thinking. She's got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing.
Okay, yeah,
Here.
call a friend.
I'm stumped.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I think I might know it. Although
Let's do the
I'm not
time
gonna
warp
take-
again. Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture
Oh
Show.
my word, I haven't even watched
That's
that. There we
Tim
go.
Curry.
Wow.
Caught with a flat world. How about that? Well, babies, don't you panic. By the light of the night, it'll all seem alright. I'll get you a satanic mechanic.
Okay, so sorry guys, I'm not that old. Anyway, in international box office news, Lionsgate's action comedy The Hitman's Bodyguard finished ahead of expectations and took the #1 spot at the American box office, while the New Line's Annabelle creation scored a second-place finish over its second frame. Now, the weekend wasn't too kind, however, to Bleeker's Logan Lucky, which did manage to finish third, but was unable to crack double digits from over 3,000 cinemas.
One-armed bartender.
You need to show a little respect. Charlotte Motor Speedway. I know how they move the money.
The only guy who knows anything about blowing up real bank vaults is Joe Bang.
I am incarcerated. Yeah, we got a plan to get you out.
As for the weekend overall, the top 12 narrowly escaped becoming the worst weekend of 2017 by less than $1 million by combining for $81.5 million. As for right now, this means the month of August is currently pacing 34% behind August last year, while the summer season is pacing 12.8% behind the previous year.
There's a lot of studio executives that are bean counting right now and are going to lose their jobs in the next
just see it
couple
in my
of
head,
months.
counting those beans. Oh.
No, that's hectic when it's down that much. 34% from last year. That tells you something. What does that tell you? Hollywood are not making the kind of films that people want to see. Now, on that note, Martin Scorsese's upcoming gangster movie, The Irishman, has traveled a long and difficult road towards production, but it's finally come together. Where else? At Netflix. The film will star heavy hitters like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, Ray Romano, and Bobby Cannavale. And it features digital de-aging techniques that will allow those actors to play characters across multiple decades. Now that
Did you not just get goosebumps with that cast?
Well, exactly. I can feel them already. I mean, now that is a hell of a cast. That's pure power.
And you know times are changing when a film of this high profile will be headed straight to Netflix.
It's true, and if you think about it, back in the day, if you had a cast that consisted of the people we just mentioned, I'm not even going to go through the names again because, as you said, it just gives you goosebumps, that cast, that would have had a massive theatrical release. Now, this is a film that you're only going to be able to watch on Netflix. What does that say about how the times they are a-changing? Kier, you watched a couple of movies this weekend. Tell me what you watched.
I watched 2 movies. One, the first one was Snatched.
Yeah, that's
And-
that god-awful looking Goldie
watched
Hawn
it
thing.
too.
You
I
watched it
watched
too.
it
Okay,
too.
okay. So let's
So
let's Kier review Snatched, and then we'll get your take on Snatched. So Snatched. Tell us what it was about and what you thought of it.
Yeah, it's two American ladies go on vacation and they get kidnapped. And basically the movie is about the chaos that ensues post them getting kidnapped. And yeah, it's kind of like a bad thing for the kidnappers. but it felt like the hangover for girls.
And it's almost the exact same film as one that Melissa McCarthy did 2 years ago. It's called Tammy.
Yeah.
So her and her mom, so Tammy is this degenerate human being with nothing in her life, and she gets her mom and they go on this road trip, and you know, after a whole bunch of chaos that ensues, there's a little bit of a resolution in the end.
So cliche.
It wasn't worth watching. Hell, it wasn't even worth making, but anyway.
Okay. So what would you give it out of 10 here?
Give it a 4.
A 4. Yeah, a feeble 4. You, Rafi?
I'll give it a 4, only because I like the characters.
And Goldie Hawn, how was she in it? I'm disappointed. I mean, the woman hasn't made a movie in 15 years and then she goes and makes rubbish like that.
Well,
why?
I think Goldie Hawn gives it the 4. Maybe, yeah.
That's
probably,
smart.
yeah.
Probably
She's got a certain sort of star quality about her.
And I think I like the one positive I take from it is the fact that Hollywood is feeling more comfortable in taking actors of age, and putting them in the roles. I liked seeing the fact that she's wrinkled and she's not, you know,
she's a mom,
heavily done. You can see
she's not glossed to the extremes where, you know, all her wrinkles are gone and they haven't digitally de-aged her.
Yes. So that was the one positive, yeah.
What else did you have a look at this weekend, Kia?
I watched Everything is Everything. No, Everything. Everything.
So give us a plot summary of Everything. What's it about?
So Everything is starring Amanda Stenberg. Amanda Stenberg.
Yeah.
And she is, well, the movie's based off Nicola Yoon, a Jamaican-American author. It's based off of that book with the same title, and it's a movie about a girl who has SCID, which is she's allergic to everything. She's like allergic to everything, can't get out the house, and basically the movie's around that. She finds love, and love is what's going to take her out of the house. And
well, it sounds like an interesting concept. What's it like as a film?
I thought it was amazing. It was really, really good. Mixed emotions with the film, but I think it was really good. I felt like I was watching a very long stream of like some really great Instagram pictures. It was really well,
That's a nice way to describe
it's an interesting way of describing it.
Yeah.
And what would you say? What would you give it out of 10?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10 or 9. I really enjoyed the music. I found a stellar song by a band called the Alabama Shakes.
Yeah.
Called Sound and Color, and it had a really, really great music video. So I think I went fanboy because I went and I found the music video after watching the movie, and it's done by the Alabama Shake. So the music video for Sound and Color is inspired by one of my favorite movies, 2001: Space Odyssey, and another favorite space movie, which is Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey. So I think I watched the video, it's super.
It's now time to head down to the local South African turnstiles and see what's happening at our own box offices.
Another 5 new releases this week. The first is the local film Finders Keepers. 2 pals go on the run from the Cape Town underworld, cliche, after finding a box filled with cash and a valuable wristwatch. They dig themselves even deeper by stealing a lucky fish to barter with the gangsters. Finders Keepers tanked completely, barely making it out of the starting gates as the film grossed a pathetic 34 grand off 13 screens for a really, really bad screen average of less than 3 grand. Expect this one to disappear very quickly to video on demand platforms and to be forgotten from all our memories.
Feudal music. Very popular at expensive places like this.
Call Kirill. Tomorrow, you all die.
Found out about the bloody money. You don't want to see me lose it, no? I was in a fight once.
My brain want to see it coming.
Dude, that's all kinds of wrong.
I'm resuscitating it, you sicko.
Ooh, no children for you! See, I know how to handle women. I used to practice on my sisters a lot.
Good morning, Sister Regina. What a beautiful sunrise.
So what am I becoming? I could have killed you, man.
So all I have to do is bring Lonnie and Brian here.
You see?
Always bigger, always better.
Arms against the wall.
Last time I checked, I still made the rules.
Did the fish just wink at me?
Detroit also flopped with an opening of just 135 grand, of 37 screens for a pathetic average of only 3,600. This should have performed better, but it wasn't advertised properly.
Here in Detroit, a city of war. On the city's west side, a 150-block area is off limits to everybody. U.S. Army paratroopers, National Guardsmen, state and local police are continuing the fight against a handful of snipers.
Hello. Oh, everything is fine. No trouble here. I'll sleep when they stop riding.
Hey, fellas. I'm going to that grocery store across the street. Come bearing gifts.
Thank you. You got any sugar?
Nah, don't push it, man.
It's a war zone out there. They're destroying the city.
Whoa, hey, y'all seeing this?
Hey, look, we're not too far from the Algiers. Let's just go there till all this blows over.
When you're black, it's almost like having a gun pointed at your face. It's like this. Hey, boy, what you doing on my street?
Get that gun off me.
Or what? You shoot it. Oh, man. It's just a start. It just starts races.
Army taking fire. Chest fire. Near the Algiers Motel.
Hey, y'all, there's a bunch of police outside right now.
Now, let's not be stupid in this situation. You need to tell me where the gun is. I got all night, people. Tell me exactly what is going on here.
I need you to survive the night.
You think we're bluffing? We don't bluff.
Have you seen Detroit yet? Because I mean, to me, it's a Catherine Bigelow directed film. So I mean, again, I really thought that it would hit something at the box office. And I don't know what's going on this week. It's just like we've got one flop after another. A Family Man, which is another new release, also opened badly, cobbling together just 260 grand or 42 screens. As I said, I don't know what's going on this week, but it seems that nobody wanted to see any of the new releases at all.
What's going on?
Just worried about Ryan. I made an appointment for him to see the doctor.
Dad, I need a rest.
He complains of chronic fatigue. You did not notice those signs? Whatever his condition, he's not fine.
I've been walking railroads. I've been kicking stones.
You're having an increasingly difficult time hanging on to clients.
Should I be worried?
No. I want the job, Ed.
This is when you show up.
What do we need to do to turn this around?
Cancer is not a negotiation, Mr. Jensen.
I haven't heard from you in a while. Everything all right?
Yeah, family issues. I'll figure it out.
You want to talk about it? Maybe I can help.
We're your family, Dane. You're gonna wish you had this time back.
My dad's coming. I asked him if we could go somewhere.
You closing a deal without me?
He's the only one that makes me feel safe.
Every family has its issues, but you only have one family.
You don't want the job, that it? Everything I need, I already have.
Never fade away.
But we finally have a hit with the opening of Annabelle 2. Surprise, surprise. The film scored with local audience, making 848,000 Rand off just 26 screens for a very solid screen average of 32,000 Rand.
But you see, guys, I know I'm biased, but again, this is an example of a horror film or a genre film, as people like to call them, overperforming at the box office and not getting the kind of release it deserves. Why are the local distributors only giving this thing 26 screens?
This is our new orphanage. It's as big as a castle.
Feel free to use the house as you see fit. Mrs. Mullins and I stay down here. Your rooms are upstairs. Locked, and it stays that way.
Hello? You're the Mullins daughter, aren't you? Can you help me? What do you need? Janice says she's seen your daughter.
My daughter has been dead for a very long time.
She was taken from us at an early age. We prayed to see our beloved girl again. The contact started small, but then it wanted permission to move into a doll so that it could be with us forever. We said yes.
Your sister is coming after me.
Who?
The evil presence. It's because I'm the weakest.
It's the doll. The devil. Annabelle?
And we have a new film in pole position this week, and that's The Hitman's Bodyguard with Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds. A likable duo if there ever was one. The film opened with 2.5 million off 92 screens for a strong average of a little over 27,000.
But it's still not as strong as Annabelle, which did 32 grand per screen.
I'm a AAA rated executive protection agent. And you're the most wanted hitman in the world. My job is to keep you out of harm's way.
I'll be safer on my own.
I hope they kill him, I really do.
Suspects are on the roof.
No odds in that jump. Just gotta find a more intelligent way. No, mother! Holy. Okay, on 3. 1.
My bad. You're bad.
Really? What happened to the seatbelt rule? Nobody gets out alive.
That's really beautiful, man. You ever just write stuff down, you know? Maybe, I don't know, throw down a haiku or two.
And on that note, we have another bottle of Billionaire's Rose Champagne to give away this week. Nothing better than that. Hey guys, just gobble it down. I think Robert's gonna kill me for that. Anyway.
You cannot gobble down Billionaire's Rose Champagne. You have to sip it slowly and carefully.
Anyway, you could be drinking this champagne in a scene prestige cinema with some gourmet popcorn, which is of course our idea of heaven.
And the question this week is, which Stephen King remake is being released in the next few weeks?
And you can send your answers to us via email to silverscreen@abn360.com, as well as any suggestions or comments that you might have for the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, happy viewers, thanks so much for joining us yet again. We'll see you again next week from myself, Robert, and the lovely
Rofiwa.
See, she's claimed back the lovely.
Yeah, she can have the crown back, okay. And myself, Kia.
It's ciao for now, and we'll see you at the movies.